You know, it's funny. We get these detailed user manuals for our phones, our cars, even our coffee makers. But what about the single most complex and important thing we'll ever operate? Ourselves. Well, it turns out a guide has been around for thousands of years. So today, we're going to unpack some of its most powerful lessons to create a user's guide to you.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a pretty radical idea that, well, it changes everything. This isn't just some clever phrase, it's a foundational truth. It suggests that the person you think you are, the physical you, is really just the temporary packaging for the real you. So if that's the case, what does that make your body?
So if we are the soul, then what's the body? Well, the first concept in our guide uses a really simple but powerful metaphor. Think of your body as just an outfit in the soul's massive wardrobe. Think about it for a second. Your clothes get old, right? They might tear, they definitely go out of style, and eventually you change them. But you don't fundamentally change when you put on a new shirt. Ancient wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita says our body works the exact same way for the soul. It's the vessel we're in, but it isn't who we are. Now, what's so cool about this is how it visualizes our entire lifetime. You start out with a childhood body, then you change into an adult body, and eventually an old age body. And just like a worn-out old shirt, that body gets discarded, and the soul accepts a fresh new one. But here's the crucial part. The person wearing the clothes, the soul, stays the same through it all. And that right there, that's the key takeaway. True wisdom, according to this ancient text, means you understand this cycle so deeply that the change we call death doesn't seem so scary anymore. It's not really an end. It's just a transition. It's just the soul changing its clothes. Okay, so if you're the soul, what's the next big step in this user manual? Oh, it's a big one. It's taming the most powerful and, let's be honest, unruly force in our lives, the mind. You know, this exact feeling of helplessness was actually expressed thousands of years ago. In the Gita, a great warrior named Arjuna just despairs. He says that trying to control his own mind feels as impossible as trying to bottle up the wind. I think we can all relate to that feeling, can't we? And this is just the perfect illustration of the problem. Our thoughts so often feel like a hyperactive little monkey, just jumping from branch to branch, chattering away, impossible to pin down. This monkey mind isn't just annoying. It's the source of most of our day-to-day stress and anxiety. So how in the world do you tame this monkey? The guide gives us a two-part solution. The first part is Abhyasa, which really just means practice. Now, this isn't about fighting the monkey. It's the consistent daily effort of bringing your focus back to a single point, again and again and again. It's literally like training a muscle at the gym. And the second tool is Vairagya, or detachment. Think of this as the superpower of just letting go. It's about observing the monkey's crazy antics, our cravings, our fears, our ambitions, without getting totally swept away by them. You see the desire for that new phone, you acknowledge it, but you don't let it drag you off the branch. And here's the beautiful result. When you consistently practice your focus and learn to detach from all the drama, the inner monkey doesn't just vanish, it finally calms down. It finds some peace. That restless energy just subsides, and your mind can finally become your ally instead of your tormentor. All right, now that we know how to calm the mind, we need to know what specifically gets it all riled up in the first place. And the Gita is incredibly direct about the three major obstacles that are always sabotaging our progress. The guide boils it all down to just three things. That's it. Three specific, destructive habits that are described as the main gateways leading us away from peace and straight towards self-sabotage. And here they are: lust, anger, and greed. And these aren't just seen as minor flaws. They're called gates that lead the soul downward. They're seen as these powerful forces that corrupt our reason and just destroy our inner peace. The instruction here is, well, it's unambiguous. This isn't about moderation, it's about renunciation. The path to self-mastery requires a conscious, deliberate decision to turn away from these three doors and to keep them shut. And all of this brings us to the final, and honestly, the most empowering part of our user's guide. Once we understand our true self, our mind, and the big obstacles, we can finally tap into the ultimate source of our own power.
And this is the ultimate point. External circumstances, other people, just bad luck, they are not the final say in your destiny. This wisdom teaches that the greatest power for your own growth or for your downfall lies entirely within you. You are always at the crossroads.
This slide just captures that internal choice perfectly. You have a higher self. That's the part of you that is wise, calm, and connected to your true nature. It uplifts and guides you. But you also have a lower self, which is driven by that monkey mind and those three gates we talked about, and it trips you up and traps you. You are both of these, and you get to choose which one is in the driver's seat. This line from the text isn't just a nice little suggestion. It's an active command. It's a call to consciously use your higher self to pull your entire being up from the chaos of the lower self. The responsibility and the power is squarely in your hands. So, we end with this question. Every single day, in every single moment, we're making a choice. Are you going to act as your own best friend, guiding yourself with wisdom and practice? Or are you going to be your own worst enemy, letting that monkey mind just run wild? The guide is here. The choice is yours.